Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Sue, hello. Hi, Lisa. Hello, hello, hello. It is Tuesday, the 1st of June. We are halfway through the year already. Isn't that crazy? Hi, Charlie. Hi, Gemma. Hi, Brenda. I hope you're okay as well. Hi, Tracy and Kelly. Hello. Hi, Denise. How are we all? Are we okay? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Elizabeth and Sue. It is Tuesday. Did you all have a good Monday, a good bank holiday for those of you in the UK? I caught the sun. Don't know if you can see. Just there. Just that little red patch. Apparently, I forgot that bit of sun cream. The rest of it was okay. It was a lovely day. Hi, Billy Joe and Giselle. Hi, Wendy and Carol. Hi, Hilary and Jacqueline. Hello, hello, hello. Line, great sound tonight. Fingers crossed it continues. Um, yep, Kerry, I have done an updated order list. I believe you're on that updated order list. It may be a little bit down the page because obviously I just updated the events quickly for the next 2 weeks, but I did do an updated order list before we started. Yes, let me just refresh this though, in case I happen to miss anybody. No, the order list is updated with everybody who has ordered so far, so that's perfect. Updates. The website has changed slightly again. It's the same, but bracelets and anklets used to be in one category. They have been split up. They're in their own sort of sections now. And also bracelets and the themed ready-made bracelets are also split up as well. So it's just separate categories for those. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Um, Other than that, the website's still the same. So it's just those categories sort of having their own space. Uh, I've been updating stock as well, so you will find that some things are back in stock. I haven't completed that yet, but I have been doing that. Sorry, you will find some things updated. What else? I think that's everything. Oh, all oysters are in stock. Boop, boop. It came today. I put a post on the page as soon as they came. I was so happy. So yeah, all oysters are in stock. You can pick what you'd like. I haven't updated them on the website yet, but they'll be updated tomorrow on the website as well. Janet, you're on the list. Okay, not a problem. When it's your turn, just let me know your order number, and then I can pop them together for you. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Okay, so if we start from the top, up first is Janet Lloyd. Oh, and Janet, bless you, you've just said you're on the list twice. So let me just have a look through and see if I can pull your other one forward as well. Where are you? Over the whole picture, Bethany, what, it goes up here as well? If it goes all the way to the top up here, then yes, that's a new update possibly. Janet, I found both your orders here, so I'm just popping them together for you. That's not a problem. So, Janet, my lovely, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 openings altogether. What 5 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? They come from the top of my head or to the top of my head? If I move the camera, I can't have it too low. There we go. That might help. Mystery, donate the shells, Janet. Of course you can. So you've got 5 altogether. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So number 1. Oh, I'm going to go 2 and 3. I pulled out 2 then. 4 and 5. So let me get these all open for you. And like I say, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Nad, I can see that one, my lovely. Okay, so for some people it's normal. Maybe to come out and come back in again, that may sort it. But when we go down, as long as the comments aren't obviously covering the pearls, that's the main thing. I'm personally not too fussed if they cover me up. Right, not sure. We're going to see what comes out. So, Janet, let's go down. Your mystery oysters. Oh, lovely deep pop there. And in here, I can see, oh, I went to the wrong camera then. I can see straight away that you are twinning. And you're twinning with Blurple. Oh, actually, no, they are Blurple. I thought there was going to be more blue then, but definitely more Blurple. So Blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. Let me dry these up so I can pop them in the sand and show you. So first oyster, you are twinning with Blurple twins there. Moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. Oh, and we have a double pop with that one. There's the mother of pearl. Now we can see at the top here, you have quite a large watermelon. Let me pop him out. He's quite a large watermelon. And there's no more in that one. Now, a watermelon is like a pinky coral. Beautiful. Then moving on to your third oyster. And we have a soft pop there. And in here, oh, Janet, bless you, 27-week streak. Thank you for the stars. That's crazy. Now, Janet, I can see straight away that you are twinning for a second time, and you are twinning with, now these ones actually do look more blue. So you've got Blurple twins and now Pepsi blue twins. I'm just going to dry them up for you. And if I pop them in the sun, I'm going to pop them just below the Blurples, and hopefully you can see the difference there. Actually, on camera, they look very similar. And then moving to your next 2 oysters. So we have a light pop there. Laura, bless you. Thank you for the stars. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see a peeper here. Now, he's a slight darker peeper. He's definitely got some olive green in him. And I think he's two-tonal olive green there. There's no more in that one. So he's a two-tonal chocolate and olive green. So if I just get that to focus. Beautiful two-tonal chocolate and olive green. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is a mystery oyster. We have a softer pop there again. Oh, that's just a piece of the shell there. Okay, so again, I can see a slight peeper down here. You have a lemon yellow. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so Janet, what do you think to these? Now, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. I'll just need to know which ones you would like where. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. Also, if you would like some time to have a think about it, you can take a screenshot of these, and then that way you can email me with your colour choices of which ones you would like where. So at the top, you've got Blurple Twins. Below that, you've got Pepsi Blue Twins. You've got a watermelon, a two-tonal chocolate and olive green, and a lemon yellow. Can you email the choices? Of course you can. If I just hold that still for you, you can take a screenshot of those if you would like to. There we go. So if I pop them on the board, Blurple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Blurple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So they're measuring at different sizes there. Pepsi Blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Pepsi Blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. So he's a 7.5. So again, now measuring slightly different sizes. Your watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Two-tonal chocolate and olive is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And the lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. So let me bring you back up. And I'm glad you're happy with those. So when you're ready and when you've made your decision, just pop me an email over with your 5-digit order number. And then, of course, what colours you'd like where. And if there's any colour swaps, you can include it there as well. I hope you're happy with those. And I've popped the twins in different bags as well, just so then you don't mix them up until you know what you would like to do. Okay, so that's safe on there. Janet, my lovely, thank you for the donations with your shells. And I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Sorry, I'm just readjusting my glove. There we go. Perfect. So again, you may have to comment on your own comments tonight, guys, just to bring it forward, because Janet, if you have commented, I can't see your reply as of yet, just because it doesn't always come through. So do keep that in mind. maybe send a double comment of your actual comment with like a little dot as a reply to it. That may then bring it forward to me. I hope that makes sense, and I hope it's not too much of an inconvenience either. Okay, so up next then this evening is what's my tattoo? So that one there it's a star. I didn't want to go too low then, but the star, it's big stars and little stars with like green dots, if you like, and it goes here, it goes under, and then it goes sort of round and then ends at the back of my hip, so it goes down my side, like down my side in like a star pattern with green. Okay, so up next is Laura Treat. Laura, are you here? Now, I saw Laura earlier, so hopefully she's still here. Oh, thank you, Samantha, for bringing that forward for me. Janet, you're very, very welcome. Sorry, I've got my foot stand again. Mel. Not unless it's still in the folder, my lovely. Let me have a look on the order list. Oh, where did I put my... Where did it go? I had it a moment ago. Okay, what I'll do... Yeah, I can see it now. What must have happened is I must have left it in my folder. So sorry, that's never happened. Let me just... Okay, so I haven't seen... Laura, if it's okay, we're going to add Mel in here. We're going to add someone in here because she's first on the order list, and Laura will add you in next. I hope that's okay. Ever so sorry. Okay. So, oh no, Alice. Right. It's one of those times again where I've been requested to show the jewellery. So first of all, I'm looking for... The only name I have got here is Mel Stathers. Mel, are you here? Mel, my lovely, that's the only name I have here. I hope that's Okay. It's for your mum, Debbie. Debbie, are you here on your own Facebook or are you talking under Mel's? Just so I know whose name I'm looking for. She's with you. Okay, perfect. So, Debbie, my lovely, I have a message for you. It says, happy birthday. Lots of love, Melissa, Lee, Maisie, and Henry. So, happy birthday. Lots of love, Melissa, Lee, Maisie, and Henry. Debbie, so this is for you. Now, it has been here requested to show you the jewellery, and Aaron's just come to find that jewellery for me. So we're going to do your oyster opening while he grabs that, and I'll show you afterwards what it is. I hope that's okay. So I can say, Debbie, you've got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? What do you think? One opening altogether. Donate and Nunu. Okay. So your Nunu rainbow oyster. Let's get him open. And let's go down. Is there a certain colour you're hoping for? So your Nunu rainbow oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a sea green, my lovely. That is a sea green, and there's no more in that one. So if I dry him up for you and hold him up so you can have a closer look. Now, Debbie, if you're not happy with this one, I can swap him for you. So that's going to be completely up to you what you would like to do. Let me hold him up so you can have a closer look. He's slightly two-tonal, as you can see there. And here he is in the sand. And if I pop him on the board for you as well, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Thank you, bud. Can you leave? Thank you, bud. Please excuse the squeaky door. Can we swap for a purple? Of course you can. Now, this was the first purple I grabbed. If this purple is not the correct type of purple, do let me know and I can go darker, lighter, more grape-like. It's up to you. What do you think to that purple there? This one here actually is slightly too tonal. That's just a piece of sun there. It'll come off. It just got picked up with the grabber there. She loves that one. Perfect. That one is yours. Let me bring you back up. So Aaron did grab him. No, he didn't grab me a chain. Now what I can do, Debbie, is I can actually pop your pearl in this pendant. I don't have a chain to show you on, so I'm going to hold him with the grabber. So I hope that's okay. We're going to actually go down again so you can see this item. So you have, it's called the round flower cage pendant. So you can see it's got the flower in the centre with a crystal centre, and then you've got crystal section going around the outside there as well. Now I've popped your purple pearl in there. It's got quite a dark background, so I don't know if you can see the purple as clearly. And then on the back of this cage pendant is actually another flower there, more simplistic flower, because it doesn't have the crystals on it, but it does have, if I hold it this way, sorry, that sort of double design, so it can be worn either way around. So there's the back, then going back to the front, there is there. Debbie, I hope you're happy with that one. And let me bring you back up. Excuse me. Okay, and thank you as well for the donations with your shells. And I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. It's, excuse me, it is Chrissy. It's called the round flower cage pendant. Sorry, my voice is not going. It was just used a lot yesterday. Not that I was shouting, but it was just a lot of use. So you'll find my voice sort of comes and goes. So I do apologise if I sound slightly croaky. I need to look into seeing if there's a way to unfilter these comments, because it is. Oh, did you, Suzanne? I'm glad. Okay, so like I said, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, guys. And Mel, I hope that was all okay there. So up next is Laura Treats. Laura, I think we've got a delay from what was going on before. You was commenting away, but I don't think the comment came through to me for a little bit. So there may be a delay there, Laura. So it is completely your turn now. Thank you for bearing with us there. So you have 3 openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Donate the shells, not a problem. What type of oysters would you like? So you've got 3 altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? Really, River? Okay, very welcome to try that, guys. See if that works. Laura, mystery and donate. Okay, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So you have number 1, number 2, and number 3. Let me get them open. Oh, Laura, bless you. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. 1, 2, and 3. Like I say, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Let's go down. Mystery Oyster number 1. We have a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. I can see straight away you have quite a nice, bright, deep TARDIS blue. And he's quite a nice size as well. There's no more in that one. And here is your TARDIS blue. Jodie, thank you for the stars. Yes, Laura, you have. We'll do that afterwards. Moving on to Mystery Oyster number 2. We have a lighter pop there as well. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And in here, you are twinning. And you are twinning with lighter purple twins. And there's no more in that one. Now, visually, you do look like these are different sizes here, Laura, but they do look like they're the same colour. So beautiful lighter purple twins. And then your last oyster, which again is a mystery oyster. You have a soft pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning for a second time. And you're twinning with Pepsi Blue twins. And there's no more in that one. Maybe we could try it, but like put pop at the end. See if that works. Okay, so Laura, you've got a large TARDIS blue, twinning light purples, and twinning Pepsi blues as well. What do you think to those, my lovely? Now, if you're happy with these, let me know which ones you'd like on the jewellery. And of course, if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So, TARDIS blue, the larger TARDIS blue, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Light purple, the visually smaller, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Purple, visually larger, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then Pepsi Blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And Pepsi Blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Oh, he's a 6.5. So they're actually measuring at different sizes as well. You're happy with those colours? Perfect. do you know which ones you'd like on the jewellery there? Yeah, we do still have a few spaces open for this evening, so if you would like to order, I'll do an updated order list when we get to the end of this one, which is posted on the page. I'm invisible pop. It's just in that. I think I'm going to find that too enjoyable. Maybe it should use a different word. Love the blues pop. Oh. Laura, which ones would you like? Where I'm going to bring you back up. Oh, like the blurples on the jewellery. Perfect. Okay, so I've got that down for you. You then have got a Dizzy Treasure as well. So let me just pop these in here. Heebie-jeebie. Oh, so you also have a Dizzy Treasure. Let me just move those out the way, and I can actually bring this forward slightly as well. Can you guys see that okay? I feel like it's too close now, sorry. So I hope you get what you're hoping for. And you have right in the middle of number 2. Sorry, now I've moved it over too much. There we go. So number 2 is a set pendant of your choice with 1 oyster opening. So that means basically any pendant that's on the website that's not a cage pendant, you can choose from. So then what I'd like you to do, Laura, is when you've got a moment, if you could email me with your 5-digit order invoice number and then what pendant you would like, and then I can get that all booked in for you. I hope you're happy with that one. That one does come with the 1 opening then, so you've grabbed that from the surprise bag. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Oh, we've got it's a bad one. Pop star. The blues. Okay, I've got that down. Donate, Laura. Perfect. Let me just get this one open. And let's go down. So your surprise oyster. There's one side and the other side. Oh, and you've got quite a darker pearl here. And there's no more in that one. So if we just have a closer look, we can have a look to see. Oh, now possibly a black there. Let me just have a close look. And if I pop him in the sand as well, I'll see if I can show you. You have a black, Laura. I hope you're happy with this one. Let me pop him on the board for you, which means you get to pick your pendant and that black pearl will be going onto him. If I pop him on the board, he's not a 5, not a 5.5. He is a 6, so he's slightly smaller, but he is lovely. Let me pop him in here. And in here as well. Laura, my lovely, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Just popping this on here as well. And like I say, pop that email over to me whenever you're ready, and I can get that pendant booked in for you. Okay, that's safe up there for you, and thank you for the donations with your shells. Now I'm just going to go back down so you can see this oyster. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but the whiteness, some of them have liquid in, which isn't good, but say like here, that whiteness and the sort of dots here is not a good sign. So when it's sort of white, it's not a good sign. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but yeah, I'm just going to add that to the oysters to open outside. Getting quite a collection now. Oh, is it first black you've seen? They do come out. Then yeah, they're not as often, but they do come out. Kathy, 25-week streak. Thank you very much, my lovely. So up next then is Alexa Jeffs. Alexa, are you here? Sometimes, Chrissy, sometimes it can be temperature, because then they're meant to stay cooler. Like it would have to be temperature for a period of time. Sometimes it's time, literally time, a certain age. It's just various things. Sometimes it could just be it is what it is. I mean, the pearls in there are absolutely fine. It's just, yeah. Alexa, hello, hello, hello. Rachel, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. Now, you would like mystery and donate the shells, not a problem. If I grab the mystery bag, you've got 2 openings altogether. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for, Alexa? So let me get these open for you. There's 1 and 2. So let's go down. Lisa, 20-week streak. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. Any colour, Alexa, just not pink. Okay, fingers crossed for no pinks. Oyster number 1 from your mystery oysters. We have a softer pop there. Oh, and you have a runaway lemon yellow to start with. There's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, there's no more in that one. So your first pearl out is a lemon yellow. Let me hold him up so you can have a closer look. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. We have a softer pop there. Sorry, Kirsty. And there's your mother of pearl. And I can actually see a slight little peeper. Can you see that in there? You have a Cadbury purple. So you have a lemon yellow and a Cadbury purple. There's no more in that one. Now, what do you think to these, my lovely? If you're happy with these, that's perfect. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So that's going to be completely up to you what you would like to do. So you've got that lemon yellow and Cadbury purple. If I pop them on the board for you, the purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the lemon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. Oh, He's a 7. Sean, I haven't called you yet, my lovely. You're up next, Sean. Watermelon and a chocolate bronze. You can indeed. I've gone for a brighter watermelon there. I hope that's okay. If it's not, do let me know. Chocolate. Oh, I love that colour combination. Let me hold them up so you can have a closer look. Like I say, if that one's too bright of a watermelon, let me know. Yeah, it's up to you. If I take away these two at the bottom here, what do you think to those? Love it. Perfect. They are yours. Let me bring you back up. Okay, so Alexa, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you very much for donations with your shells as well. That's on there. And then that's safe up there for you. Love them. Perfect. You're very, very welcome. Okay, and up next then is Sharon Cummings. Sean, are you still here? I took a massive mouthful then and then remembered I'm on camera, so I just went to the side. Now, Sean was here a moment ago, so hopefully we haven't missed each other. Okay, so last call for Sean. If not, we'll move on. Sean, we're trying a new thing. So can you either type I'm invisible, possibly comment on your own comment, or we're trying a new thing where if you say pop at the end of your comment, it may bring it through. Also, that's for anybody. If you put pop at the end of your comment, apparently, I don't know, we're going to test it. It may unfilter the comments here. So we'll see it. We'll see if it works. Sean, my lovely, are you here? You said you'll wait till the end. That's absolutely fine, but that was a moment ago. So I just want to know if you're still here. If not, I will move you to the end, which is absolutely fine. I'm here, Bob Pop. Oh yes, there is, Gemma. It looks gold in the photo, and I think it must have been the lighting that day. But they are 925 silver, all the fittings. If you go to, oh, I just typed in fitting. I mean, that's a lobster fitting. I believe it's in Oysters. I know that's yes, it is. If I send you the link, it's normally in Oysters, and then if I pop, there's the link there. If you go through the photos, it shows you the jump ring, pin cap, lobster fitting, and hoop ring. I do think I am going to try and get those photos again, just so they don't look as golden, because they are 925 silver. I do have some of them in 9 carat gold, but they're not on the website at the moment. Pop, yes, River, I can see that one. Okay, I haven't seen Sean. We're going to move on, and I can pop them in at the end if they come back on again. Up next then is Sarah Hurst. Sarah, are you here? Oh, Sean, you're here. Hello, hello, hello. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, Sarah, you'll be up next. Sean, you are here. Oh, there's so much going on. Okay, so Sean, you have a dizzy treasure. Let me just move these out of the way. Good luck. I hope you get what you're hoping for. So, oh, big spin on that one there, Sean. Oh, it hasn't actually. Can you see that? It hasn't actually clicked over. It's number 6. It was just on the cusp of flipping over then. But no, number 6, which is a bracelet of your choice with 2 oyster openings. So, what I'll need from you, Sean, is when you're ready, if you can email me with any bracelet choice of any bracelet of your choice. There is terms and conditions on the description on the website though, so do have a quick read of that. And then of course what colour you'd like on that bracelet as well. I hope you're happy with that pick. Now that does come, like I say, with 2 oyster openings, so that's the surprise bag. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate to your shells? Yeah, Leslie, I'll add you on to the end of the order list. That's not a problem at all. I'll print it out closer to the end as well. So let's go down. Sean, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Surprise oyster number 1. Donate the shells. Okay. So there's one side and the other side. Oh, and in here you are twinning, and you're twinning with beautiful deep purple twins there. It's your first bracelet. Oh, I love that. Now, with these twins, they are slightly different. So, number 1 is quite a nice larger purple, as you can see there. And then number 2 is slightly darker purple and visually slightly smaller as well. So 2 slightly different shades and possible sizes. I will pop them on the board at the end. And then moving on to surprise oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here, there's no more in that one. And you have a 2-tonal chocolate and olive green. So let me hold him up so you can see as well. So that's a 2-tonal chocolate and olive green. Which means, Sean, if you would like to take a screenshot of these, that way you can refer back to it when you go and have a look for the bracelets, what colour you'd like on there. or the timestamp is 55 minutes into part 1 of the 1st of June. If I pop these on the board for you, the olive and chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The visually smaller and darker purple twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the visually larger, lighter purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. I do hope you're happy with those. Let me bring you back up. You've got it? Perfect. So once you send that email over for me, I will confirm the booking and then I can proceed with the order, my lovely. So I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, and up next then is Sarah Hurst. Sarah, I did see you before, so hopefully you're still here as well. Sarah Hurst, are you here? And remember, possibly pop a pop at the end of your comments. It may bring it forward so I can see. Sarah, hello. Mystery Oyster, and keep your first shell from your first pearl. Oh, bless you, and you waited there. Oh, thank you for waiting. But of course, Mystery Oyster, keep your shell, that's not a problem. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So, your Mystery Oyster, let me get him open. And let's go down. So, Sarah. Ooh, softer pop with that one. Oh, wow, wow, wow. In here, straight away, you are twinning with bright, hot pink twins. Look at those. And there's no more in that one. Now, bear with me just a moment while I clean up these shells for you, and then I'll dry up those pearls so we can have a close look. You have bright, hot pink twins. Oh, so you are hoping for oil slicks, silvers, greys, or sky blues. So Sarah, if you're not happy with these hot pinks, I can swap out one or both of them for you. So that's completely up to you. It's not a problem. Just let me know which colours you would like. So if I hold these up so you can see, beautiful, bright, hot pink pearls there. What do you think to these? If I pop them on the board, pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So they're actually measuring at two slightly different sizes there. So if you did want one of these on the jewellery or to swap one of them out, do let me know if you'd like the larger or the smaller one to do that. So the larger one is on this side and the slightly smaller one is on that side. Can we please swap for a sky blue and a silver or a grey? Of course we can. Let me just have a look to see regarding the sky blue. I mean, that one, it's slightly two-tonal. If I show you it, so it does go slightly brighter in areas, only just, and it goes back into that lighter blue. Would that one be the correct shade you're looking for? And a silver or a grey? I have lots and lots of silvers here. Let me grab this one for you. What do you think to those two? And if you're happy with those two, which one would you like on your jewellery, my lovely? Oh, Sarah, I'm so sorry to hear that. So you're happy with that shade of blue? Let me bring you back up. Just confirm if that shade of blue is okay, because I wouldn't want to get that wrong. Just wrapping up your shells for you as well. Pop them in here. I don't know if this camera's not very good to focus just because there's a lot going on behind it. The bottom camera is better to show you. Love them. Perfect. Okay, well, Sarah, I do hope that you are happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. I've wrapped up your shells, so they're nicely and safe up here as well. And like I say, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And up next this evening is Gemma Street. Gemma Street, are you here? Now, I think I also saw Gemma earlier. Correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously we do get lots of names, but I do think that I saw Gemma Street earlier. Are you here? Gemma, hello, 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 hello. Gemma, you have a dizzy treasure. Let me just move these out the way. So we're going to spin the wheel. I hope you get what you're hoping for. Good luck. And you have number 10. So number 10 is, oh, I like this one. Number 10 is 2 Swarovski crystal heart charms, which are 2 colours of your choice. They can be the same, they can be different. And then they come with 2 oyster openings. So you get to pick and if you could email me once you have chosen with your 5-digit order invoice number, and then what 2 Swarovski crystal hearts you would like. They can be the birthstone colours or any of the other crystal heart charms on the website. So I'll need you to email with what colour, so what hearts they are, the name of them, and then of course what colour pearl on each heart. And then I've got down the fitting here that you would like. You can have that fitting that's perfect on both of them, but if you would like one and one the other, do include that in the email as well. Gemma, I hope you're happy with that one. So that's 2 oysters. There's 1 and 2. Let me get these open for you. There's 1 and 2. So would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, Gemma? Let's go down. So surprise oyster number 1. You'll email me. Perfect. Thank you. Surprise oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in here, donate. You have a apple green. That looks like it's quite a nice larger sized apple green as well. There's no more in that one. So let's have a closer look at this pearl. So that's quite a nice sized apple green. Let me just get that focused. There you go. Look at that. Love that colour. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is from your surprise oyster bag. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have, I'll have a close look. There's no more in that one. Now I was going to say a chocolate. I think it's a chocolate oil slick. So a chocolate oil slick is a chocolate-based pearl with the flashes of the different colours. So let me see if I can get this shown. So as we can see here, we've got chocolate. Let me get it to focus. Then we've go round into the silver and blue, chocolate, and then as we go round, you can see flashes of green and purple there. I hope you're happy with those. So Gemma, you've got a apple green and a chocolate based oil slick. Now again, I'm just going to hold this still for you in case you'd like to take a screenshot. So then that way, while you're picking your crystal heart colours, you can possibly refer back to the colours of the pearls in case that helps at all. Now let me pop them on the board for you. The chocolate-based oil slick is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Got it? Perfect. Let me bring you back up. Gemma, I do hope you're happy with those then. If I pop these in here and on here for you. So when you send that email over, I can get everything booked in, my lovely. So thank you very, very much for the donations with your shells, and that's safe up there for you. Oh, and I'll see you tomorrow. For those of you who don't know, we are live tomorrow night as well, and that is for our monthly charm deal. It's openings tomorrow night. We'll be starting the live around 7:30 BST, and that's only for the monthly charm deals. So yeah, we're live tomorrow. Feel free to join us. We do still have spaces available for tomorrow as well, but of course it has to be the June charm deal. Okay, up next then this evening is Sue Hutchinson. Sue, are you here? Bracelet wise, Sean, possibly go for one of the bracelets where the pearl isn't dangling. You don't like too low. I mean, you could have, if you go for one of, like, for example, the Forget Me Not bracelet, you don't then have to have the pearl attached if you don't want to. You can just have the bracelet as it is. And for, like, the Forget Me Not bracelet has got lots of design and detail in itself. So the pearl is like a bonus on there, in my opinion. I quite like the base as well. So you could just go for a base bracelet and look at the designs that you would like, then have the pearls not on there if you don't like the dangling bits. But then of course you still get the pearls. That may be an option, and then that way you can look at the different styles that are on there, if that helps at all. And Sue, pop, 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 pop. Hello, my lovely. So, Sue, shall we do your oyster openings first and your dizzy treasure afterwards? Which means you've got 3 openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Sorry, I think I've got a fan on, and I think the fan's blowing my hair in. Hadn't considered that. No, that's definitely an option. So yeah, if that helps, just let me know that you don't want the pearl on and on there, but you can still then pick the style of bracelet. And we've got lots of different styles on there, where the ones where you don't have to have the pearl attached. Mystery and donate, please. Pop. Okay, so 3 openings, I said. Yes, donate the shells. Sue, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Yep, Stacey, I can see that one. 1, 2, and 3. Let me get these open. One, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's go down. Sue, are there certain colours you're hoping for? Mystery Oyster number 1. We have a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. I can see, oh, Runaway, and that you are twinning. And you're twinning with beauty. That in between a grape and a Cadbury purple twins. There's no more in that one. Now, these are good sized pearls. They're quite large twins here. Let me just, hoping for whites and purples from the pot you had at start. Ah, okay. Well, these are actually very similar, slightly more grape with them, but they are beautiful, larger twins there. Moving on to oyster number 2. we have a softer pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now I can see in here you are twinning, and you've gone for lighter purple twins here. So you've got the darker purple twins and now the lighter purple twins. There's no more in that one. So if I dry these up for you and pop them in the sand. If you've ordered, Julie, that's absolutely fine. I'll do an updated order list once we get to the end of this one, my lovely. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is your mystery oyster. We have a softer pop there. And in here, you are quadding. You are quadding, my lovely. I can see them displayed beautifully. Let me just pop all of these out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and a runaway. 4. Okay, so Sue, 2 sets of twins and a set of quads as well. There's no more in that one. Yeah, it will be tonight, Julie. That's not a problem. So if I dry these up for you, Sue. Possibly Michelle. Now, Sue, you have a hot pink, a watermelony coral, a blush pink, and a icy blue. So from the top, darker purple twins, then lighter purple twins, then hot pink, watermelony coral, blush pink, and icy blue. Now, Sue, possibly if you'd like some time to think about it, I'm just going to hold that there in case you'd like to take the screenshot. Or if you are happy with the colours and you know which ones you'd like where, do let me know now and I can pop that down on your order form. And of course, if you're not happy with any of the colours, I can swap them for you. If I pop them on the board, darker purples to start with. Twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Twin number 2 of the dark purples is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's also an 8.5. Lighter twins, twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And light purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. So that's slightly different sizes there. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5 as well. Watermelony coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And the hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Janet, I don't think there's a waiting list. However, I don't think I've got any at the moment. So I think there would be a waiting list, if that makes sense. But there isn't anyone on it at the moment. So it'd be a shorter list. Hope that makes sense. Sue, what do you think to all of these? Ellie, so on the website, so if you find a piece of jewellery, for example, if you click and read the description, it will say if it comes with oyster openings or not, and if so, how many. Or if you'd like an oyster opening on its own, you can do that as well. I hope that makes a little bit more sense. Any questions, please ask. Can we swap the icy blue for a bright icy blue? If I do this as we go, Sue. Bright icy blue, where are you? There we go, that one. Swap the icy blue for a bright... Oh, about 6.5. I should read the rest of the comment. I don't have any pinkles now. No, I would have to pop you on a waiting list if you would like a pinkle. Oh, sorry, I just hit the camera then. So I've swapped out that lighter blue and watermelon. I've added in a smaller blue and a bridal white. Oh, Olivia, well, I hope you managed to get some rest as well, my lovely. Sue, if you're happy with these then, which colours would you like where? So a pinkle, Ellie, is a mix between a pink and a purple. We sort of made the name up, but it is actually a really lovely colour. But if you say the word out loud, it's really quite enjoyable to say. It's one of those words that just make you smile when you say it. Well, it does me anyway. What do you think, Sue? You do, Olivia. I completely understand that 100%. So if I hold them up again for you, Sue. You may have to type pop or comment on your own comment if it's not coming through to me, because I can't see anything at the moment. Just see if that helps it come through. And if anybody else can see Sue's comment, possibly type on that comment, because again it will bring it forward so I can see. Can you go on the waiting list for a pinkle for the hot pink, and can you have a think and email me? Of course you can. Let me bring you back up and then I'll write that down as well. So swap hot pink for pinkle, and then you're going to email me the colour choices. That's absolutely fine. If I pop these in here. Thank you everyone for commenting on the comments there. So you also have a Dizzy treasure as well then. So pop those on there for a second and move this out the way. Good luck. I hope you get what you're hoping for. hasn't actually clicked over. So you have number 12, Sue. So number 12 is a charm of your choice and a 4 pearl oyster. So that means we'll do a 4 pearl oyster opening now for you. And then if you can then have a look on the website, and any charm on the website which comes with one opening, you can have the choice of. So that's hundreds of different charms you can pick from. Once you've chosen which one you'd like, if you can pop me an email over, when you've you can include it with the ones with this colour choice one, with your order number, and then of course which charm you would like and which colour from the 4 pearl oyster would you like on that charm as well. I do hope you're happy with that, Sue. Let me grab 4 pearl oyster bag, and then let's get him open. And let's go down. So your 4 pearl oyster, there's one side and the other side, and in here 1, 2, 3 and 4, there's no more in that one. Let me just dry these up for you, and then we can have a close look at these colours. So you have a nice darker sea green, a black cherry, a light purple, and a blush pink. So that's any charm your choice on the website, which comes with one opening, and then one of these colours get to go on that charm. So that's a sea green, a black cherry, a light purple, and a blush pink. Sue, I hope you're happy with those as well. It is Ellie, yes, 925, my lovely. So the blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The purple, runaway, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the sea green is not a 5, he's a runaway as well, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. I'm just going to hold it up quickly, so in case you'd like to take another screenshot there. But I do hope you're happy with those. If I bring you back up. Lots to think about, it is. Thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. If I pop this on here as well. And then, yeah, pop that email over when you're ready and I can get it all booked in for you. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, so up next then is Stacey Black. Stacey, are you here? I agree, Wendy. Stacey Black, are you here? Stacey, hello. You've got one opening altogether. You would like a mystery oyster and to keep your shells. Perfect. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for, Stacey? Oh, let me get him open. So donated shells, my mum works in a nursery. So the donated shells, I clean them down, they get sanitised and they go towards the nursery and the children use them in different activities. So crafting, learning through play, textures, collages. So yeah, the children just get to use them in different activities. So sort of, yeah, donations are very appreciated. So let's go down, Stacey. Mystery Oyster. Let's get him open. Oh, beautiful pop there. And in here, I can see straight away you have a beautiful, brighter coral. Ran away there. There we go. And I'm just having a squidge in here. There's no more in that one. So what do you think to a coral, Stacey? Now I'm just going to be cleaning these shells up for you, so bear with me just a moment, and then I'll dry up your pal so you can have a closer look at that as well. No, I've looked everywhere floor-wise, Carol, and under every. I've done. So like I said, I don't know if you. I said on the last live, unless it's managed to get in anything, like if it flew off and went in a drawer or something like that. But I've looked everywhere on the floor-wise, and it's just not there. Okay, so you have a coral, Stacey. What do you think to this one? Would you be happy with him on your jewellery? And if you're not happy, I can swap him for you. If I pop him on the board, your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. You can. You know what I think I've got? I think I've got a two-tonal blue and purple. I think that would suit it perfectly if I have. I know I used to, unless it's been swapped out. Let me just have a little quick look. Oh, not that one. Oh, I think it's been swapped out. Well, I've got, let me show you. That one's not as two-tonal. And let me just have a quick at the purple, look at the purples. Was there really, Kayla? That's what I was looking for. There it is. You were right. Is that the one? So I think I've got a blue with a purple spot, Stacey. What I can do is, because I can't find it, is I can write down that you'd like that one, and if I definitely have it, I can swap that one in. But at the moment, I can't seem to see it. It's not that one. Was that okay, Stacey? because I can't whoop, seem to locate. Unless you're happy with just a two-tonal blue, because I've got a few of those. That one, again, is slightly... Okay, so I think I found it. So I think it's this one. If you look, if we go here, you've got blue, and then we go round with that splash of purple. Can you see it there? And then you go back into blue, and he's got a dark blue spot on him. So he's got a splash of purple and some blue spots. Would that one be okay? Let me bring you back up. Sorry I took so long there. I just knew I had it because I keep seeing in my swaps there. Yes, perfect, Stacey. That one is yours, my lovely. I'm just wrapping up your shells as well. So I do hope then that one, let me pop him on here. You'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's all safe up there, Stacey. Perfect. That's the one you spotted as well. Perfect. Like I said, I knew I had it. I know there is a couple of different two-tonal pearls in there. I had to put them back in their colour, sort of colour matching pots. So I know there are a few floating around. Right, up next is Sandra, was it Sandra? Wait, are you here? Sandra, wait, are you here? Sandra, hello. You've sent an email earlier with loyalty cards. Let me have a quick look. Okay, so Sandra, you've got 7 openings altogether. What oysters would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? What do you think? So you've got 7 openings altogether. What 7 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and keep 1 shell. Okay. Okay, are there certain colours you're hoping for? 1, 2, and 3. Oh, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we're going to have the one that did jump out as well. So that's 7 altogether. Let me just open these up for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you'd like to keep one shell, so we'll keep the first shell that we're opening, we'll donate the rest. And like I say, are there certain colours you're hoping for? So let's go down. Love them all. So we're going to go with this one first. Now this one is a slight clapper. If I just pop it there, if you can see, it just means it's open slightly, so I don't need to pop him because I can fit the knife in beautifully. So your first oyster has given you, you are twinning, and you're twinning with icy blue twins there. Now visually these are slightly different colours. You've got one slightly lighter, one slightly, oh, that came off beautifully, brighter blue there. So I'm just cleaning up your shell and then we can have a closer look. Oh no, down here. So if I dry these up for you, one lighter, one brighter icy blue. Moving on to mystery oyster number 2. Oh, lovely deep pop with that one. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Oh, slight hole in the shell there. And I can see that you are twinning, and you're twinning with coral twins. And again, I'm just having a squidge in here, and there's no more in that one. So icy blue twins and coral twins, there they are in the sand. Then moving on to your next oyster, we have a lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, oh, and we have a darker pearl there. And there's no more in that one. Now he actually looks like he's a deeper midnight blue. Let me have a closer look. He's a deep blue and purple. So he does have those purple tones as well. So base midnight blue with slight purple hints to him. Moving on to your next oyster. And we have a little pop with that one. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning. And you're twinning with purple twins. So that's your third set of twins there. There's no more in that one, Sandy. Now these are like a purple chocolate actually. They've got that slight chocolate hint to them. They're definitely got purple to them as well. 3 more oysters to go. So moving on to your next oyster. We have a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge, you have another darker pearl there. That's just the tail, that dark bit. There's no more in that one. Now let me just double check to see what colour he is. He is a darker gunmetal grey. Then moving on to your last two oysters. So your next oyster, we have a soft pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. You are quadding. You have got 4 pearls in the one oyster there. So you, let me pop these out. You have a coral, a hot pink, a pinkle, and a icy blue. There's no more in that one, and let me dry these up for you. So a hot pink, a coral, a pinkle, and a icy blue. And then you've still got one oyster to go. So let me get him open for you, Sandy. We have a softer pop there. Ooh, you are quadding for a second time with very, very similar colours actually. We have a coral, hot pink, icy blue and pinkle. You have the same colours. There's no more in that one. So it could be, if you wanted to, you've got like twinning colours, if you like. Wow, 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 wow. Samantha, no, not as of yet. On the list, we're on Sandra W. Okay, so from the top then, Sandy, twinning icy blues, one lighter, one darker. You've got a midnight blue and purple and a gunmetal, twinning corals and twinning chocolate purples. Then you've got a quadding icy blue, pinkle, coral, hot pink, and a second set of quads with a hot pink, icy blue, pinkle, and coral. Now, if you would like to take a screenshot, I'll leave those there for a second. Can I put them all on the bracelet and invoice you? Of course I can. So to confirm, all on the bracelet, do you mind what order they go in at all? If I pop them on the board for you. The gunmetal is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the midnight blue and purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's also a 6.5. Lighter icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And brighter icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. They're the same size there. Coral twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Coral twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. They're the same size there. Chocolate purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Chocolate purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's also a 7.5. They are the same size as well. Quad number 1, icy blue, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Then your pinkle quad number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's also an 8. Your coral quad number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And your hot pink quad number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Quad number 2, hot pink, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Quad number 2, icy blue, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. That's running away from me now. Your Pinkle quad number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's also a 7.5. Let me bring you back up. Sandy. Okay, so it's my decision. I'll probably do a mix and match with the colours then. You've almost got even colours here, so we'll probably do. Yeah, I hope you'll be happy with the way it's going to look then, and the invoice for that will get sent through for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form, Sandy. Okay, but I am glad you're happy with all of these. And thank you for the donations with the other shells as well. That's safe on there. And then that's up there for you. Perfect. Okay, and up next this evening is Sarah Samuel. Sarah, are you here? Oh, Sarah, was it you a moment ago who said, have you missed your term? Oh, no, sorry, that was Samantha. Sorry, Samantha. Sarah Samuel, are you here? It will be open tonight, Vicky. Yep, I'll do an updated order list shortly. How many people left on this order list? So there's 5 people left on this order list, and then I'll do an updated order list. Okay, so it shouldn't be too long. And I'll do a verbal one so you guys can sort of hear where you are as soon as I print it off. Surprise you, Sandy. That's absolutely fine. And Sarah, hello. Sarah, my lovely, you have 3 openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Not a problem, Vicky. Yes, Ellie, it will be. So Sarah, 3 openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Sarah here, perfect. What 3 oysters would you like, my lovely? Mystery and donate. Okay, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So number 1, number 2, and number 3. Katie, if it's for the monthly charm dip for tomorrow, it will be open tomorrow. If it's anything else, it will be on Friday. You can request a day for it to be open. So we're live every Tuesday, Friday and Sunday. So if you have a preferred day, just pop that in the additional comments and we'll book you in for that preferred day. So let's go down. Sarah, mystery oyster number 1. We have quite a nice deeper pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And in here, I can see straight away you are twinning, and you're twinning with darker twins there. Let me have a squidge in here, and there's no more in that one. So your first oyster, you are twinning with darker twins. Now I'm going to pop them in the sand so we can have a close look at their colour. They're like a darker gunmetal grey, but they do have purple hints to them. They've got that purple tones running through them as well. Moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. We have a softer pop there. And in here, it's definitely a purple night tonight because you are twinning, backwards runner, for a second time, and you're twinning with lighter purple twins. So if I just have a squidge in here for you, and there's no more in that one. So if I dry him up, and there is your lighter purple twins. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is your mystery oyster. We have quite a nice sharp pop there. Ooh. And in here, I can see 1, 2, 3, and 4. You are quadding, which means you've got 2 sets of twins and a quadding oyster. There's no more in that one. Sarah, what do you think to all of these? Now, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. I'll just need to know which ones you'd like where. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. Okay, so if I pop them all in the sand so you can have a close look. From your quadding oyster, you have a coral, a apple green, a hot pink, and a darker gunmetal grey. So if I hold them up for you to see, you've got twinning purple and gunmetal grey and purple twins, twinning lighter purple twins, and then quadding coral, apple green, hot pink, and gunmetal grey. What do you think to those? If I pop them on the board for you, purple number, or the dark gunmetal and purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's also a 6.5. Your light purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's also a 7.5. Your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Apple green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Your hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And the dark gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Can you swap the darker purples for matching metallic silver? And then is it the silvers on the jewellery? Just have a look at this shade. If that's too light, I can possibly go slightly darker there. Oh, sorry, again, I hit the camera. What do you think? to those. Of course I can. So let me just pop the swaps over there and bring you back up again. So you'd like, let me write this down, silver on here and hoop fittings on the rest. Now the invoice for the hoop fittings will get sent through tomorrow for you, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form. Okay. Sarah, I hope you'll be happy with everything, and thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And that's safe up there for you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And up next then is Kerry Palmer. Kerry, are you here? Oh, sorry, I didn't see that, Sarah. Swap the coral for a lemon. I'll do that now. I do apologise. So I've taken, oh, wrong, this camera, taken out the coral. Let's go down, it will be easier. So then you can see the colour I'm adding in. Let me just find a lemon yellow. Here we go. Here's the lemon yellow, my lovely. Okay. Sorry about that. Like I said, I didn't see that that's safe in there for you as well. And if I bring you back up again. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, so Kerry Palmer, are you here? Kerry here. Pop. Kerry, my lovely, you have a 4 pearl oyster and an additional oyster. So I'll grab your 4 pearl oyster now. What other oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? So your 4 pearl oyster. I'd say, what other oyster would you like? On the Tuesday, Katie, yes. Yes. Mystery and keep the 4 pearl, but donate the mystery. That's absolutely fine, Kerry. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? We're going to start with the mystery and then we can keep the 4 pearl shell after that. Let's go down. So your mystery oyster, we have quite a nice sharp pop there. Ooh, and in here there's the mother of pearl. Now I can see a darker pearl there. Let me pop him out, and if we just have a squidge in here, there's no more in that one. And I'm just going to confirm the colour for you, Kerry. He looks like he is a darker gunmetal grey. And then moving on to your 4 pearl quadding oyster. There's one side. And the other side. And in here, quadding. Now 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's no more in that one. Now we're just going to clean the shells up, then we can have a close look. Now it looks like you've got a black cherry, a sea green, a blush pink, and a light purple. Ooh. Now, what do you think to all of these colours? Would you be happy with one of these on that item of jewellery? And again, if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So popping them in the sand, and then I'll hold them up so you can have a closer look. You've got a black, a gunmetal grey, a forest green, a black cherry, a blush pink, and a light purple. What do you think to those? Yep, we are, Sharon. So if I pop them on the board, the gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. What do you think to those? I'm just going to wrap up your shells for you, Kerry. Okay, so there's your shells. I'm just popping your name on your shells as well. Oh, pop. I didn't see that comment come through before. Thank you for popping on it. Swap the gunmetal grey for blush pink to match. It may be because blush pink is such a... That's the right colour but the wrong size. So it may be that I'll need to swap that off the live just to get a matching colour there. Is that okay? But let me write that down for you. So if I write down swap gunmetal to match blush pink, and there's not a weight, I can definitely do it, but just because there's so many sort of, it's a hard colour to match exactly, I'd rather take my time on it, if that's okay, my lovely. Invoice you for the regal earrings, the purple on the charm, pink on the rest. So hang on, purple on there. Invoice for regal earrings with the blush pink, and invoice for the rest on hoop fittings. Okay, so let me just bring you back up here so then I can get that confirmed. So we're going to be swapping the gunmetal, but I'm going to do that off the live as long as that's okay with you. So we're going to swap the gunmetal to match the blush pink. You'd then like to be invoiced for the regal earrings with the blush pink. The purple is going to be going on the charm, and then the loose pearls, which will be the sea green and the black cherry, they'll be invoiced for hoop fittings. Kerry, I hope that's all correct and you're happy with that. Let me pop them in here for you. Now you also have a pearly dip. Now the pearly dips are just behind me over there. So I'm just going to have to grab them. I am going to pop you on the bracelet startup screen while I just nip over there to get them. I hope that's okay. You'll still be able to hear me. I won't turn the mic off or anything like that. It's just so I can move around without the camera following me, basically. So bear with me just one moment. Have a look at the bracelets. You're, like I say, it's literally just here though. There we go. See, back again. Oh, creepy chair. Right. Okay, so let's bring you back again. So you have a pearly dip. Is there anything particular that you're hoping for? So as we can see, there's, oh, maybe you can't see. There are lots and lots of pearly dips. Lots and lots of pearly dips in here. So let's dive in. Oh, wow, Bronnie. You have a silver envelope, Kerry. Let's get him open. Blues, we have icy blue, sky blue, denim blue, smurf blue, Pepsi blue, TARDIS blue, midnight blue. Off the top of my head. Just like a surprise. Okay, so we're just getting this open. There we go. So in here, you have a ring. So your ring has got a large TARDIS blue pearl on him. We're actually going to go down to show you the ring because it'll be easier for you to see. Now this is an expandable ring from the back of the ring to one side, 925 silver, and it's a plain band as we go round. Then it splits into two bands on this side. The top band then goes into zircon crystals. Like I say, you've got quite a nice larger size TARDIS blue, and then that band swoops round into that loop there, then goes back round into that single band. Kerry, I hope you're happy with that one. Like I said, I don't think this ring's on the website at the moment. It is beautiful. And let me bring you back up. And if I pop that on here as well, Kerry, my lovely, the invoices will get sent through tomorrow for you. I hope you're happy with everything. Thank you for the donations with your shells, and I kept that shell there for you as well. And that's safe up there as well. You love, love, love it. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy. Perfect. Up next is Sharon Lamb. Sharon, are you here? It is a beautiful ring, that one. Sharon, hello. Mystery and donate, of course. You also have one opening today. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So let's go down. Your mystery oyster, Sharon. Oh, softer pop there. And in here, matching the purple theme, there's none on that side. I can see a grape purple, and let me just have a squidge to see if there's any more. There's no more in that one. Sharon, you have a grape purple. Let me dry him up and hold him up so you can have a closer look. Now, what do you think to this one? Would you be happy with this one on your jewellery? And again, if you're not happy, I can swap him for you. If I pop him on the board, your grape purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Swap for a light purple. You can. I have this one. It's two-tonal. Hang on. Let me show you. So it's slightly two-tonal, lighter purple. So it's almost lighter purple with this darker purple areas as you go around there. Would you be happy with that one? Anne, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. 11-week streak. Let me bring you back up. Sharon, what do you think to that purple? Love it. Pop. Thank you. The pop is working. You love it. Aww. Like a blue reed. Oh, and the sand got knocked over. Okay, so Sharon, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but this has just fallen off the wall. Oh. Bear with me just a moment. Sorry, I'm just moving it to the other end of the office so I can deal with it tomorrow. Oh, dearie me. Right, I'm back. I apologise. Sorry, it made me jump too. Oh. Oh, let me just move this stuff, and then I'll be. Oh, the sand went everywhere. Right, okay, Sharon, my lovely, I do hope you'll be happy, mate. That's what you get for doing no nails instead of actually popping it in the wall. Oh. That will do for the sand for now. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. Up next is Karen Wood. Karen, are you here? That's got it all stuck to me. Get the Hoover. Karen Wood, are you here? I'm also just going to print these orders off. I am going to say the order list is now closed for the night. The people who have ordered, I'm just printing your orders off, and then I'll give you a verbal updated order list, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I made anyone jump then. Yeah, it's I'll have to just drill into the wall. With me just trying to avoid it. I love doing my job and I'm good with my hands, but DIY with a tool is not, as in drilling a pearl is fine, drilling a wall, completely different. Karen, hello. Can you have mystery donate your shells? Of course you can. You've got 2 openings altogether. So number 1 and number 2. Let me get these open for you. Karen, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Ellie, you did, yes. I've just printed them off. And I'll give you everyone an updated order list once I've finished this one, which is just in a moment, I believe. So, Karen, let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. Quite a nice sharp pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see that you are twinning. No, you are quadding. You are quadding. You've got 4 pearls in here. Better than twins. Oh my gosh. I'm now getting all my words mixed up. Ever so sorry. Right, let me try these up for you. You have got a apple green, a lemon yellow, a coral, and a darker gunmetal grey. So apple green, lemon yellow, coral, darker gunmetal grey. And then moving on to oyster number 2, you have a lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And let's have a squidge in here. And you're twinning. And you're twinning with chocolate bronze twins. So you had quadding oyster and now you are twinning as well. Now let me just dry these up for you. Karen, what do you think to all of these colours? Now, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which 2 you would like on your jewellery. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So that's going to be completely up to you what you would like to do. Apple green, lemon yellow, coral, darker gunmetal grey, and then twinning chocolate bronze twins as well. If I pop them on the board for you, your apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The coral's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And the gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7 as well. Chocolate bronze number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Chocolate bronze number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8 as well. What do you think to those, my lovely? Swap the coral and gunmetal grey for some reds, and swap 1 chocolate for a Pepsi blue. And is it reds that you'd like on the jewellery? Okay, so the 3 at the bottom are the ones we've swapped out. I've added in that blue there and the reds here. So is it the reds that you'd like on the jewellery? I'm just going to take away the 3 swaps at the bottom. And I'm just going to bring you back up again. They're perfect, and reds on the jewellery, perfect. Let me write this down for you. So red on there, and then if I pop all of these in here for you. Okay, so Karen, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you, my lovely. Now I will do an updated order list now, okay? So up next is Sam Linkson, and then we have Vicky Dunn, Leslie Upex, Julie Hanwell, and Ellie Haynes. Okay, so shall I say that again? Sam Linkson up next, then Vicky Dunn, Leslie Upex, Julie Hanwell, and Ellie Haynes. Karen, you're very, very welcome. So, Sam Linkson, are you here? Sam Linkson, are you here? If anybody can see Sam, please comment on her comment because it will bring it forward so I can see. And Sam, if you're here and I can't, like, not answering you, please type I'm invisible and it'll bring your comment forward so I can see you. Or write pop at the end of your comment, because again, that could bring it forward for me to see. Sorry, I get, for those of you who aren't regulars, I get really sore lips, which is why I have to keep putting that one's Carmex on, so it just helps the lips. Samantha, hello, mystery and donate, pop, pop, pop. So you've got 2 openings altogether. What are there certain colours that you are hoping for? So there's 1 oyster and oyster number 2. So let's go down. Oyster number 1, we have a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Deanna, I would love to, however, my pin board just fell off the wall and now I've got stuff everywhere. So not today, I'm afraid. So, Sam, let's have a squidge in here. Oh, you have a blush pink. Let me have a squidge in here as well. So you have a blush pink from your first oyster there, Samantha. Let me dry him up for you. Then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. You do have a dizzy 2. Yep, we'll be doing that after your openings, okay? And in here, there's a bit of a pearl blister on the inside of that shell there. So I can see a chocolate pearl straight away. Let me pop him out and then let me have a squidge in here for you. And there's no more in that one. Okay. Samantha, my lovely, what do you think to these? You have a blush pink and a chocolate. Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll just need to know if you're happy with them on the jewellery. And if you're not happy, do let me know and I can swap them for you. So you've got a blush pink and a chocolate pearl. I'm fine, thank you, Lorraine. How are you? If I pop them on the board, you have a blush pink. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5, and the chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Oh, Lorraine, it's because of the bank holiday, isn't it? Can we swap the chocolate for a blush pink? Of course we can. Now, if I bring you back up, I don't know if you saw a moment ago, but blush pinks are quite hard to match. Now, I can definitely do it. There's definitely not a wait or anything like that, but I am going to do it off the live if that's okay. And that's just because then I can take my time. And that's just because I don't know what it is, but with that that colour, there seems to be, just to get the colour match, I just like to take my time. So if it's okay with you, if I write down here, and like I said, there's definitely the swap there, it's just so I can get the correct one for you, Sam. I hope that's okay. So we're gonna swap the chocolate to match the blush pink And then we're going to have the pinks on there. I hope that's okay. On the other site watching, what do you mean, Bronnie? We're not live on 2 sites, if that's what you mean. We do, no, it is what it is today. Close enough is fine. Perfect. Thank you, Samantha. Right, you also have your Dizzy treasure then. Let me just move this out the way. So, good luck, my lovely. I hope you get what you're hoping for. And you have number 6. It hasn't actually clicked over there. Oh, and now my pin board is gone. My list of prizes has gone. So bear with me just a moment. Let me just bring up the Dizzy treasure number list. Okay, so number 6 is a bracelet of your choice with 2 oyster openings, which means, Samantha, I'll need you to email me with your 5-digit order invoice number and what bracelet you would like. So that's any bracelet, completely your choice. There are slight rules and terms and conditions on the Dizzy treasure if you just have a quick read through that. But yeah, completely your choice. Once you've made your decision, if you could email me the name of the bracelet over so I can get that booked in for you. And then, of course, what colour you'd like on the bracelet as well, because you have 2 oyster openings alongside it. So if I get the 2 oysters for you, would you like to keep or would you like to donate these shells? Just going to get them open. There's 1. And number 2. Let's go down. So, surprise oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in here, it looks like you have a forest green there. There's no more in that one. So your first oyster is a forest green. Quite a nice deep darker green there. And then moving on to your second oyster, Samantha, which again is your surprise oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here, you have a black cherry, and there's no more in that one. So you've got a forest green and a black cherry for your bracelet colour choices. Let me hold these up for you, and I hope you're happy with that choice and with the colours of your pearls there. They actually go really well with each other. So your forest green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And let me bring you back up. They are lovely colours, Bronnie. Samantha, I hope you're happy with them. Let me pop that in there. And in here, thank you as well for the donations with your shells. And I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Again, I don't think all my comments are coming through. So please sort of comment on your comment, guys, if I'm not answering. Okay. Yes, of course. Please email me whenever you're ready. Send that email over and then I'll get that all booked in for you, Samantha. That's absolutely fine. Okay. And up next is Vicky Dunn. Vicky, are you here? Pop, pop, pop. Vicky, hello. Vicky, you have 4 openings altogether. What 4 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Yeah, there's a window, Belinda. Sorry. Yeah, there's a window like right there behind the camera. Yeah, sorry. I'll stop. It's because the blind's slightly open to try and get some sort of breeze. So yeah, I apologise. Also emailed loyalty cards. Okay, not a problem. So you've got 6 openings altogether. What 6 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate those shells? I'm looking to, oh, yay! Intrigued. Yeah, I will do a tour of the office, I will. But yeah, the it was actually tidy today as well. All mystery and donate 6, I said, didn't I? So number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Actually, I'll tell you the truth. The way my window is positioned, I was looking to see, yeah, if our, because I sort of bless him, he's asleep. So I was just looking to see when he woke up. I can see well, yeah, the way it's angled, I can sort of see. Well, I assume he's asleep. He hasn't moved. Okay, so Vicky, that's all of them open. Let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. We have a light sharp pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you have a deep TARDIS blue peeping out there. And let me just have a squidge as well to see if there's any more in this one. There's no more in there. So your first oyster has given you a deeper TARDIS blue. Let me hold him up so you can have a closer look. Moving on to Mystery Oyster number 2. We have a softer pop there again. Ooh, and in here, there's your mother of pearl. You have another blue, quite similar to your first blue out there. And again, Vicky, I'm just having a squidge to see if there's any more in here. And there's no more in that one. So again, I'm just going to dry him off. And if I pop him straight in sand, oh, they're very, very similar. Love that. Moving on to your next oyster. Quite a nice deep pop with that one. And there's your mother of pearl. So in here, I can actually see a peeper towards the top. If I pop him out, you have a chocolate pearl. And I'm just going to have a squidge in here for you. There's no more in that one. So we have a chocolate pearl. Let me hold him up so you can see. So that's 2 blues. Oh, sorry, focusing. There we go. 2 blues and a chocolate. Then moving on to your next oyster, we have a light pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And I can see a darker pearl. And there's no more in that one. So far, all single pearls here, Vicky. Now, this darker pearl, he's actually quite a nice, larger sized pearl. And he is a darker gunmetal grey. Slightly two-tonal. You can see the different markings as you go around the pearl there. Now, moving on to your last 2 oysters. So, Mystery Oyster number 5. And we have a softer pop there again. And in here you have another chocolate pearl. There is your mother of pearl, and here is your chocolate. So let me just pop him out and have a squidge in here for you. And there's no more in that one. Again, I'm going to pop the chocolate one straight next to the other chocolate, just so you can see them next to each other, just in case they match enough and you're happy with that colour. Of course, if you're not happy with any of these, Vicky, we can swap them for you. Moving on to your last oyster. Again, we have a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And I can see a runaway gold. You have a gold pearl, and you're twinning with gold pearls, Vicky. And there's no more in that one. Oh, I love them. It's quite a soft gold. Now I'm just drying them up for you. So you've got 2, excuse me. You've got 2 blues, you've got 2 chocolates, a darker gunmetal grey, and then twinning gold pearls. Vicky, would you like to take a screenshot of these and you can email me with your colour choices? Or if you know now, you can let me know now. That's got to be completely up to you. I just don't want to rush you at all. So if I pop them on the board for you, blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The blues are the same size there. Chocolate number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Chocolate number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, He's a 7.5. The chocolates are different sizes there. Gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And gold number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And gold number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7 as well. Swap both chocolates and both golds for light silvers and light forest greens. Of course we can. What colours would you like where? Okay, there we go. Forest on the ribbon, silver on the others. That's absolutely fine. Can you just confirm if you're happy with those there? So that's light silvers and then forest green pearls there as well. So if I bring you back up and if I write that down, forest greens on the ribbon, and silver on there. Okay, Vicky, I hope you're happy with those. I'm just popping them all in here for you. Perfect. No, you're very, very welcome. Thank you for the donations with your shells. And Vicky, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, up next is Leslie Upex. Leslie, are you here? Leslie Upex, are you here? No, Vicky, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. Ellie, it completely depends on your order. We normally say we try to deliver everything within 14 working days. We try our best to get it out before that time. It just, like I said, depends on your order, but it can take up to 14 working days. Once it's been shipped, you'll get a dispatched email to the email address that's on the order. And in that dispatched email, you'll also get a tracking number as well. Leslie, hello, 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 hello. Now, Leslie, you have a dizzy treasure. Good luck, my lovely. I hope you get what you're hoping for. Quite a nice big spin there. And it hasn't clicked over, which means you have number 3. Let me write this down. So number 3 is a ring of your choice with 1 oyster opening, Leslie. So what will happen is we'll do your oyster opening in just a moment. And then when you're ready, if you could email me with your 5-digit order invoice number and then what ring you would like. So that's any ring off the website which holds 1 pearl. Completely your choice. Just pop me an email over with the name of that ring and then I can get that booked in for you. All of our rings are on the website. It does say in the description that they are expandable to one size, or adjustable, so should we say, to one size. So that helps. I don't think we've got any on there at the moment which are certain sizes, but do double check the description. And normally if it is a certain size, it lets you pick the size. So if it doesn't let you pick the size, it will be adjustable. Leslie, I hope you're happy with that. So that comes with one opening. Let's grab your oyster. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Let's go down. Your surprise oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a blush pink. There's no more in that one. Now I haven't seen what you'd like to do with your shells just yet, so I'm just going to leave them there just in case you would like to keep them. You love rings. Perfect, Leslie. Now I'm just drying up your blush pink. I do think that we've got a slight delay between us, Leslie, my lovely. So do apologise if I'm sort of answering you halfway through the opening, if that makes sense. Donate the shells. Perfect. So let me hold up this pink. So this is the pink that's going to be going onto your ring. So the colour may even help you pick what ring you'll be having. I hope you're happy with him. It's quite a nice size for a ring as well, actually. If I pop him in the sand for you. And on the board as well. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Let me bring you back up. And I do hope you're happy with that, Leslie. I pop him in here for you. And on here. So the shells, so my mum works at a nursery and I clean them down, they get sanitised and they go to the nursery and they use them in just different activities. I did say earlier, but it's stuff like craft, what's it called? Collages, learning about the world, textures alongside different shells, just general play. So yeah, they just get used in a nursery, but obviously they can be obviously it's a shell, so it can be quite fragile, which is why we just replenish them. Angela, bless you, thank you for the stars there. Leslie, perfect, you're very, very welcome. I look forward to your email and then I can get everything booked in for you. And up next then is Julie Hanwell. Julie, are you here? Julie Hanwell, are you here? Again, Julie, if you're here, possibly type I'm invisible for me. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. Julie, no, I can see you now. That's perfect. Mystery and donate your shell. So you have one opening. Ooh, one opening altogether. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Oh. So let's go down. Your mystery oyster. We have a lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And in here, I can see it looks like it's a darker pinkle. So like I said before, a pinkle is a mix between a pink and a purple. So he does look like he's got both pink and purple tones to him. There's no more in that one. And let me dry him up for you. Now, Julie, what do you think to a pinkle? Would you be happy with a pinkle on your jewellery? And if you're not happy, I can swap him for you. So that's going to be completely up to you, my lovely, what you would prefer and what you would like to do. Here is the pinkle in the sand. Can we swap for a red? Of course you can. Can you confirm, would you be happy with this red here? I'll measure the red for you as well, because I haven't measured the pinkle yet. So your red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Are you happy with that shade of red there? Would a lobster fitting fit the bracelet? Yes, it would. Let me bring you back up. Lobster fitting does fit that, yes. Both the normal lobster fitting and the smaller lobster fitting. Okay, Julie, I've got that on there for you. So I hope you'll be happy with everything there. Let me pop him up here for you. And thank you very much for the donations with your shells. And I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And up next is Ellie Haynes. Ellie, are you here? Lobster fitting on the red, Julie. That's absolutely fine. The invoice will get sent through tomorrow for you, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form. Okay. Perfect. I've got that down for you. And that's safe up there. And Ellie, hello, you're here. Can you have mystery and you'd like to donate? Of course you can. And your mystery oyster. Ellie, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Let's go down. So your mystery oyster. Oh, lighter pop there. Oh, okay. So in here, there's the mother of pearl. Now I can see you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. You are quadding. That's just a piece of shell there. I'm moving that to the side. You are quadding, my lovely, which means you've got 4 pearls in the 1 oyster. Now I'm just having a squidge in here. And there's no more in that one. So if I dry these up for you. And I'm going to go through the colours. You have a pinkle, which is a mix between a pink and a purple. You have a watermelon, which is a nice brighter watermelon. It's like a pinky coral. You have a hot pink, and you have a two-tonal gold. Now this gold in itself is two-tonal gold because it's lighter and brighter gold, but then you also have this watermelon, almost coral looking spot on your gold as well. I love that one. However, Ellie, it's completely up to you. If you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So just let me know what you think and what you would like to do. You've got your pinkle, watermelon, hot pink, and two-tonal gold. And then, like I say, it's got that splash of, where is it? There. It's got that splash of colour. Oh, I don't know if you can see it there. There you go. If I pop these on the board for you, your pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And the two-tonal gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Can you swap the watermelon for a icy blue? Of course you can. Let me just grab the blues for you. Okay, would you be happy with that blue there? Let me hold them up so you can have a closer look. So the watermelon at the bottom is all swapping out. Then I've added in that blue at the top. Would you be happy with that one? Just going to take the watermelon away there. And again, I'm just going to hold them up for you. They're lovely, perfect. And if I bring you back up, Ellie, is there a certain colour you'd like me to pop into the jewellery to start with? Obviously, you'll be able to swap and change around the colours at home. But yeah, is there a colour you'd like me to start with? If not, then it's not a problem. Sorry, I've got a song in my head. I'm trying my best not to hum it. Icy blue, perfect. Okay, I've got that down for you. Well, Ellie, thank you very, very much for the donations with your shells. And I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Right, that has brought us to the end of our order list. We're live again tomorrow for our monthly charm dips. So only monthly charm dips. We do still have spaces available. And the order list is already posted in the event for tomorrow. So if you've ordered a monthly charm dip, go to the events on the Pearls of Brecon page where we're live from now. Go to obviously the 2nd of June and you'll see the order list posted in there already. So I hope that helps. Have a brilliant week, guys, if I don't see you tomorrow. And the next live opening for normal orders is Friday. Take care.